Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We have a treat for you today.
Oh, yeah, we
on
do.
the Bottom Shelf Project, where we do things so you don't have to, sampling the most suspicious and suspect of the liquor world.
And shiny, because this one was shiny.
You know it's got to be good when it comes in a can that makes it look like paint thinner. That's right. Stillhouse, America's finest spiced cherry whiskey.
It walks like a duck, and it talks like a duck. It's
Now,
probably turpentine.
I've had a version of Stillhouse before. I had the apple pie and was pleasantly surprised by it.
I have not had any of their products, but the shiny red can of doom. Oh, yeah. How can you resist that?
That's a sound of quality right there. Now, I will say this, originally I thought this was a moonshine. They're labeling it as a whiskey.
No, I think they do have ones that are moonshine.
Okay.
But this one is a whiskey.
Point made. This is a corn whiskey infused with spiced cherry liqueur. And this clocks in as more of a liqueur than an actual whiskey pure proof libation, because this is 34.5% alcohol by volume, which would come out to, what, 70 proof? 69 proof per the label.
Math is hard.
Out of Columbia, Tennessee. Lovely part of the country. Little history on this bad boy. The Stillhouse, according to their claims, have elevated the genuine American craft of making spirits using our proprietary all-natural recipes and distilling mastery.
Mastery.
Nothing says mastery like bottling in a can.
Like turpentine.
So, off the top of my head, I love the aesthetics of this.
It's gorgeous. It's a shiny red can.
It just makes my redneck roots so happy.
Get drunk for cheap.
Yeah, it's not something I would put this more on a shelf before I would really put it on the bar, because it wouldn't stand out. It looks like a cleaning product. I'm actually kind of happy about this in my backwoods heart. So we're going to give this a shot.
This was actually one of the first ones that, when we just started this project, that popped to my mind. I was like, oh, I have a reason to drink this now.
So this was purchased again
at Publix.
At Publix liquor stores for a grand total of...
That one was $19.99.
$19.99. So flying in 1 penny under the radar of our cutoff for the Bottom Shelf Project. So we're gonna, and like all good cleaning products out there, this is really sealed for your safety. I don't know if you can see on our bottle, our camera there, but we have a shrink wrapped plastic wrap there, as well as the label icon that's holding it down. So we're gonna do a rough cut, and I'm gonna get a knife to open this up. You know what? I may even get a paint knife to open this up, just out of aesthetics. And we'll give this some nosing. So now, rough cut time. We're back.
Yeah.
We were struggling to open it just a moment ago. I had to get a blade to open it back up again. And I'm mused that, is this hermetically sealed for the product's protection or for us? And then Richard had to take a look at the bottom of the container.
I don't know why, but it says on here patent pending, because apparently nobody ever bothered to patent pin
putting liquor
turpentine
in a can.
Like,
wow. It's a thing of beauty.
Wow.
It's a thing of beauty. I feel like I'm in the Blue Ridge right now off of this.
I feel like, you know. Oh, that good, eh?
So.
Oh.
Because I love you all out there so very much, we're going to pour this into a Glencairn, so we can really absorb the ambiance of Stillhouse Spiced Cherry.
Well, at least it's not red. Like, I was really beginning to think that the spiced cherry was going to be like that Hellboy. We were going to get some garish color.
No, you can kiss my ass for that. I'm not doing that again.
But it's clear.
Okay, and then before we get into anything else, just there's something so aesthetically pleasing to me about the sound of a cork in a bottle. Even though a screw cap may work better, you don't lose anything with it. The sound of a cork coming out of a bottle, there is something uncanny valley-like about the sound of a metal screw cap going on and off when you're getting into the liquor.
Well, it's kind of like a flask. It's got that almost that flask feel when you're getting that, you know.
If this is your flask, seek help. So, in our nice Glencairns. Now, to look at this, this looks like moonshine. This is not barrel aged. It's white lightning. It's white, clear. There is no coloration to this whatsoever, which I kind of like. You don't. There's no color.
Yeah. They didn't. No
food coloring in
this. It
this.
doesn't look like mouthwash.
Yeah, doesn't look like mouthwash. They didn't try to jazz it up and give it a red color. So,
even though it is supposed to be cherry, I was really afraid it was going to be
into the breach again, my dear friends.
Oh, jeez. Good Lord.
I regret that. I regret that.
It's
okay.
You can smell the cherry.
Before we go any further,
you can smell the cherry.
We're both a rare breed. We're Florida born and raised. And we have roaches down here big enough that you can ride. Think of the big palmetto bugs. And by the way, if you have never been to Florida before, if someone says the word palmetto bug, they are having some fun with you because palmetto bugs are just roaches that are almost as big as your forearm.
Yeah.
So, palmetto bug. Think about when you step on one. That stink bug smell.
Oh, you're right.
It's all it's a cross between this and amaretto.
Oh, it's like you squished a
like
stink
cherry.
bug in amaretto.
Yep.
Oh, good Lord.
You're welcome.
Now there's an image I'm not getting rid of as I drink this.
Okay, now that I've gotten the scar of childhood memories off the top of my head. Strangely, okay, the cherry is front and forward. And
the cherry is there.
And it's a fresh cherry smell. It's not a...
like a maraschino cherry smell.
And nothing like that. No candied cherry, but below that, bread. Bread dough. Proofing bread dough.
I was going to go with like a yeasty smell.
It is, which would go along with if this is a quality product. Because I've had a few other young whiskeys, grain whiskeys, not malt whiskeys, that had that kind of bready, yeasty smell.
What is the spice I'm smelling? You can smell a spice.
There's something else there with it.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time placing.
I mean, it's more than just cherry. It's I almost want to say it's kind of almost like a cranberry smell. Like a cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
And this is building my hopes up, by the way, because this is not what I expected when I first cracked that bad boy open.
Now, don't get me wrong. It is potent.
Oh, yeah. My nose hairs are not burnt off, but they probably have some curl in them I didn't have before we started this. Let's go in. All right.
We're breaching. All right. I like it.
I did not expect that.
I actually like that.
Oh, wow.
I actually really
Has the aftertaste kicked in yet?
Mm-hmm.
It is
kind of anisey.
Really thick. It's really sweet. It's almost oily, partially because of the alcohol, but partially because of the sweetness in it. The flavor hangs. It's got a nice warmth. Oh, that's a good warm feeling.
Oh, dude, this is good.
This is my apologies to Stillhouse for disparaging your product earlier. This is a fine offering. Now, it is a liqueur. It is not a whiskey. It's heavily flavored. It's very, very sweet.
Yeah,
but straight out of the bottle, or excuse me, not the bottle, straight out of the can.
The tin, even.
The tin. This is good to go.
Mm-hmm. I could hurt myself on this.
The cherry is very evident. It's more than just sugar sweet. It's fruit sweet.
It's fruit sweet. There's still like a pepper. There's still the spice to it is there.
They weren't lying. This is a whiskey because it's got that pepperiness from a whiskey. Mm-hmm. I doubt the company ever would, but I would probably pay a good week's salary to taste what this would be like if they put it in a barrel for a couple years.
Ooh. Yeah, I'd pay good money for that.
That would be really, really fascinating. Again,
This is good.
this is a worthy dram. If you don't like liqueurs, skip it. Don't even try it because this is very sweet. The oiliness is partially due to the syrupiness of it.
Yeah, it is sugary.
And this is just neat. If we had poured this over some crushed ice, damn, if this wouldn't be.
Glass would be empty.
Oh yeah, this would be a fine summer drink.
So I'm thinking, what would I do to it? If I wanted to make a cocktail or something out of that, what would we do to this?
You know, the possibilities are. How about something like this in any of the fruity drinks? Mai Tai, a daiquiri.
I was actually thinking lemonade.
If you skip tonic and use seltzer instead, imagine making something like a gin and tonic with this, or a mojito. If you made a mojito, it would be like a cherry mojito. You have lime, you'd have the cherry, a little bit of a seltzer water to take some of the syrupiness away from it. Some fresh mint in there too.
Dude,
this has possibilities. Yeah, before we go on to the next stage, this is definitely going to be another proud addition to the Empty Glass Club because I am very pleasantly surprised by this. When I cracked that tin open initially, the cherry scent
is potent.
So pronounced.
The cherry, it smacks you in the face.
It does not appreciate the concept of personal space. It is in your face. But now that we poured it into the Glencairn, even though the Glencairn concentrates the odor, the nose of it a bit, once it's had a chance to aerate a little bit, it's much more approachable. And damn, if that's not a good flavor. That's a good flavor.
It's really good. See, now I'm just going to go straight to the source now.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's still got enough of an alcohol burn to it that it makes me feel satisfied.
Like I'm drinking something? Yeah.
You're actually drinking
something.
something.
It's not like I'm drinking it's not like a girl drink where you're drinking it and you're like, where's the alcohol?
Yeah. It's not a chocolate wine or something
yeah,
like that.
The alcohol is there. It lets you know it's there. It's got a nice warm burn. It's not in your face napalm burn. It's just a little warmth going down.
The warm I've got right here is more like a hug.
Yeah, it's
than a match.
It's like a nice blankie.
So we're going to try to take something that's good and make it even better. So here we are in an attempt to improve an already good dram.
Yeah.
And apologies to the ghosts of my forefathers, but we're just going to use the Glencairns to, and we dropped a little Coke, poured some of the cherry Stillhouse, a couple cubes of ice.
Yeah, cherry Coke.
And we're going to give it a try to see how it turns out.
And it tastes like goddamn cherry Coke.
I'll be damned if it doesn't. Now,
oh my God, this is dangerous. This is sheer danger. Danger, Will Robinson.
Now, I will say, this is a bit more abrupt than cherry Coke out of a can. Possibly because of the alcohol. It's a little bit more forward, a little sharper on the palate. But it's also
not
better.
Much.
It's better to me.
It's cherry Coke. Oh, dude.
So again, reflecting back on our greener days.
Oh, I'd drink the hell out of this. You know what I would do with this?
I would get alcohol poisoning on this.
Oh, I could kill myself. What I used to do in my younger days is I would take a bottle of the larger bottles, the 16-ounce bottles of Coke, and I would pour out half of it, fill the rest with my alcohol of choice, then throw it in the freezer and make a slushie out of it. I would make cherry Coke slushies out of this, and that's my Friday night, man.
Wisdom. The initial product and the mixer, both easily a member of the Empty Glass Club. I have to, again, extend my apologies to the Stillhouse Corporation because something as simple as just pouring a glass of Coke.
I'm not going to lie. I think this is my favorite one we've tried so far.
Yeah.
This is my friend. Oh, yeah. That is dangerous.
If you want to seem a little bit more highbrow, pour that stuff in a decanter. I've got a very nice crystal decanter that I have on my bar for things that are a little bit more lowbrow, but I still really enjoy and want to show off. Again, if the aesthetics of that tin can aren't what you're looking for, because there's something charming about that.
It's even more charming now, because now that I know the contents inside of this are so good, it's that much better. This shiny red
It's a good thing.
can.
It's a good thing we're in the dead of winter and looking towards spring, because if this were the fall, I would be sneaking that bad boy into tailgating on a regular basis. Man, would that make for some good football tailgating. And that's giving me a happy feeling. Not only did it taste good, but...
Now I'm thinking, like, punch. I want to put that in some, like, Kool-Aid with some fruit and...
Imagine making a sangria out of that.
I'm in.
Red wine, some of that. Diced up fresh fruit.
You know what? Let's go even crazier. Instead of red wine, let's go port.
Oh, my goodness. That reminds me of the last time I was in the UK and I went to York and they had a drink called Port in a Storm, which is a mixture of Talisker Storm and port wine, and it was fantastic. That mixed with some ruby port.
I got some port on my bar.
I tell you what, I'd get into some fisticuffs for a sip of that. Just because this has been such a good experience, we're going totally nuts in an effort to improve it not once, but twice.
2 times.
By adding it to some fine ruby port. There's a few different brands out there, but this is usually my go-to.
The port I usually use, because I'm addicted to it, is the port from our local winery down in St. Augustine.
Which, again, that's a fine ruby port, by the way.
Their port is very good. So if you're ever in St. Augustine, I recommend going to the winery and checking out their stuff, especially the port.
It makes for a good trip because it's in downtown St. Augustine in the historic district, so there's lots of stuff to do. But not only is the winery down there a really good tour, but just a couple blocks away, they have their St. Augustine distillery as well.
Yep, right near it. So if you're in St. Augustine...
Free tours, a lot of fun to go to, and they make a pretty decent product too, and they also have a really nice restaurant affiliated with it. So what we're doing is I got just a little tiny dram of some ruby port, and we're going to add some of that Stillhouse to it, just to see how these harmonize. Maybe we're veering outside the realms of possibility, but...
I'll let you do the honors.
We'll give it a try. Just a little splash there.
Just a little splash to... taste.
Just a little hello, how are you?
Oh.
It ain't right, but I don't mind it. Oh my goodness.
Oh. I think we're in for a treat.
Wow.
I know.
The nose of a good ruby port, and granted that the Sentiments version is not an expensive one, but it's a good ruby port, is distinctive and very pleasant to me. It's heady, fruity.
It's got depth.
Really round, got some depth. This cherry liqueur harmonizes with it so well. It's like a musical chord.
It really is. It is like the Mormon Tabernacle has just decided to appear in my glass.
Here's to us and those like us.
Damn few left.
My goodness. I am not a wine drinker. This is the best mixer we have ever done.
This is so good.
That horchata hot chocolate that we did a few episodes ago was fantastic. On a night as cold and wet as tonight, as much as a Florida winter can be, a nice hot chocolate is very welcoming. This is head and shoulders better.
Dude, I feel like I need to be sitting by a fire with a big fat book.
This is like the best mulled wine.
Oh yeah.
I have ever had. Now it's not warm. We didn't warm it up. We just poured it straight out of the bottle, mixed it up.
But if you
if this had been just shy of steaming, it's a revelation. And I really can't give you mixing instructions. Mix it to taste. You saw the amount of ruby port I put in there, and then just a splash of the Stillhouse cherry liqueur. But my goodness.
It is so good.
After we're done, I may end up making another one of those.
That is slap your mama good.
This goes beyond the Empty Glass Club into the I may have to make another one of these once we're done club.
Hands down, this is the best product we've tasted on this.
Yeah,
on this
easily. Ultimately, I think this is our strongest endorsement. If you are looking for something new and you see this cherry Stillhouse out there,
you snag it.
Grab it.
You knock an old lady out of the way to get to it.
And if you don't like it, and you're close enough, I'll pay you for it and you can give it to me.
Fair enough.